Let's make the fearfully and wonderfully made notepad. What you'll need: something to cut with. I use a cutting mat and a steel ruler with a box cutter. You can also use a craft knife or just a pair of scissors, but it might take a little bit longer. You can also use a paper trimmer, of course. Then to glue it all together, you'll use craft glue. And for the cover, you'll use a glue stick or double-sided tape. Then you'll need binder clips, chipboard, just scrap pieces that are roughly the same size as the notepad, and then self-adhesive protective film. You will also need the files from my website. They are downloadable so that you can print all the pages that you're going to need to make your notepad. Okay, to print the pages, I like to make my notepads 100-page notepads. So I print 25 pages per notepad. I usually make 4, so I do end up printing 100 pages. I print it on my EcoTank printer at home. I use actual size, plain paper, and the high quality setting. You can play around with your printer settings until you find what you like. You can also go to a printing place to print there, whatever you like. The back piece I print on plain cardstock or cardboard, but you can also use chipboard that you cut to size if you want something a little bit sturdier. And then the covers I print on gloss photo paper using the gloss photo paper setting, and then I cover the cover with self-adhesive protective film to help it last longer. Alternatively, you can also laminate it on just one side. When you cut the pages, you can use a paper trimmer or a scissor or a craft blade and a ruler. I use a ruler with a box cutter or a craft blade and obviously my cutting mat. It takes quite a while to do this, so I watch a movie or listen to a book while I cut all the pages. To glue the notepad, I use 2 pieces of scrap chipboard and binder clips to hold the pages and the back piece in place. Take your time lining up the pages, then you clip it together, but really take your time. Then you're going to spread the glue on top. You can use a small brush or if you're comfortable, your finger. I use my finger just because it's quicker and then I don't have to wash a brush. But you can use anything, like I say, you can use a paintbrush or your finger to spread the glue. Then once you've spread it the first time, you're going to fan the pages towards you as I show in the video, and then spread the glue and then repeat it the other way. This is just to ensure that I get glue on all the pages. Because I cut it by hand, some might be slightly smaller. So when I fan it to my side and fan it to the other side, it just spreads the glue a little bit more. Then once I'm happy, I move the chipboard pieces up and I reposition the binder clips and I let it dry for a few hours or overnight. I find that the cover can start to fade over time, so I recently started laminating my printed covers when I make notebooks or journals. But for my notepad, I still wanted the cover to be a little bit flexible, so I use self-adhesive protective film to cover it. We call it DC Fix here in South Africa, but I know it has many different names everywhere all over the world. I find that when I laminate or cover it with this Fix or self-adhesive protective film, the print lasts longer and stays more vibrant. To glue the cover onto the notepad, I prefer using a glue stick to glue the cover to the back because you have time to reposition it if you need. But you can also use double-sided tape. So I first position the cover on the front where it's going to go. Then I fold it over the top and over the back to find my crease lines or my folds. Then once I have the fold lines, I fold it and I use my finger or my bone folder to create a nice crisp fold. Then you add your glue or your double-sided tape to the last piece of the fold, so the back piece, so the very top of the cover. And this is where you're going to stick it on the back of your notepad. So you line it up and then you just stick it down. And that's it. Your notepad is done. I hope you enjoy using it and making it. And if you make some for gifts, I hope you enjoy giving it away. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Feel free to tag me in your posts over on Instagram. If you make these notepads, I would love to see.